What's up guys, it's James from Seacoast. Today we're going to be looking at the new look and updated dashboard. We're also going to be going through how some of the dashboard works. So if you're going to be hosting or registering a domain with Seacoast.app, it's going to be a great overview of how the dashboard works. So the first page of the dashboard, you're going to be met with your main areas for everything that you've got hosted on Seacoast. That's going to be your PBN blogs, your WordPress sites, your tracking sites, or any domains. Not only that, but you can also find and register new domains from the dashboard itself. So if you suddenly think of an amazing idea for a domain, you can go ahead, search it, add it to your cart and register it within minutes. Before we go over the options on the left hand side, let's first go through our blogging and hosting and domain list. So if you're hosting PBN blogs, you're going to find your list of PBN blogs by clicking on here. Your list here will then display what blogs you have, the status of your blog, whether it's online, offline, the category that you put your blog in, when it was created, and of course the action button so we can actually manage the blog. The difference is here that we don't use cPanel, so this is called the Seeker panel, and this is how we manage all of our sites and domains. So if I go ahead and click on the action button, you're going to find the name servers, the separate IPs, because our PBN hosting all comes with separate IPs for all of your blogs, disk usage, managing the deletion of your blog at the bottom, and then also some helpful bits on the right hand side, such as where you can enable or disable your SSL certificate, account manager, the section where you manage your username and password, or create new passwords for your blogs. You can create backups from here, check the disk space, and also manage your plugins and themes right from your dashboard without even having to log in to your site. PBN blogs also come with something interesting, which is the analytics, which is connected to our tracking sites. Once connected, you can actually view your Google and Clicky Analytics from the dashboard without having to go to your Google Analytics or your Clicky Analytics separately. If I head on over to the dashboard, you can also find that in the tracking sites. By adding your tracking sites, it means that you're now connecting your Google Analytics and your Clicky Analytics, which you can set up by going through the action button over here. It's a great way to have all of the best analytics all in one place on the Seacoast dashboard. For the WordPress sites, it's very similar to the PBN blogs. If I come over here, I'm going to find all of my WordPress site lists. You can find its status, the name, category, when it was created, and you can also go to the action button to manage anything. Which in the same way, you're going to find your name servers, the disk usage, whether you want to delete your blog, an area to enable or disable your SSL certificate, manage your username and password, your backups, disk space, and again, the plugins and themes can be managed straight from your dashboard. However, with the WordPress hosting, you also have your email account section here. That's because every site on your WordPress hosting will come with one hosted email. This is where you can go ahead and set up your email. And it really is super easy to set it up. We simply enter a prefix. So for instance, I could have info at whatever my domain name is, create a password, hit create email, and it then will just be created at the bottom here, which you can then access using the blue button to go and log in. I mean, seriously, in under 30 seconds, you will have an email created and usable for your domain that you're hosting. We've already viewed the tracking sites here. This is how you can add your Clicky or Google Analytics. You simply do so by coming to the Add New Tracking Site feature, adding your domain, and then following the steps to connect your Google Analytics, your Clicky Analytics, or both. Last on the dashboard list, we have our domains. Here's going to be where you find your domains that you have registered on SeekerHost.app. In this list, you're going to find the duration that you've registered it for, the status, whether it's active or non-active, and then other details, such as whether it's set on to auto-renew, whether the domain lock is on, and whether you've enabled the Manage DNS Management. To manage anything on your domain, just go to the blue Action cog button right over here. You can find anything from the renewal information about your domain, the domain lock, which means nobody can make any changes to your domain without authorization, whether you have auto renew on, and also where you come over to your name servers and your DNS management. Managing your name servers is easy, and just be aware we are constantly updating this, so it might have even changed by the time you see it, but currently you can either use the default name servers here, or simply add name servers from this section. The same goes for private name servers if you're adding a name server and an IP if you're using PBN hosting. You can also go ahead and manage your DNS from the DNS management section, or even transfer out easily by using the transfer out button on the domain management. With the main dashboard all explained, we're going to move over to the left hand side over here, where you can find anything else to do with anything you have hosted or any service you have with Seacoast. First, we have the drop down menu for the domain names. Here you can register a new domain, you can check out your current domains, transfer domains, or check out any pending requests for your domains. Transferring a domain to us is fairly easy. You just simply click the transfer domain button, you add in your domain and search for it just to make sure that you're able to transfer it to us. Once that's confirmed, we just need a certain few codes from your current registrar and you can actually bring over your domain to us, saving you money on renewal every single year with our low prices. Next, we're going to head over to our website and blogs section. Here's where you're going to find anything that we have hosted. So much like the dashboard where we have our PBN blog list, WordPress list, we can also find anything on the left-hand side, whether it's our PBNs, our A-class blogs, WordPress sites, or tracking sites. We also provide email hosting here at Seacoast. This is separate email hosting that you can have on separate lists, so not just the one that you get with your WordPress hosting. You might need multiple emails. You can host as many emails as you need, add them to your list easily by going to create new email, and add them to your specific domain. This means that a domain doesn't just have to have one email associated with it, it could have 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 emails, all with different prefixes to use for your business, your brand, your blog, or whatever else you need. Category section is to do with PBN, so this is where we can actually create any categories for our PBN list. Sometimes you might have a huge list of PBNs. You can actually host up to 150 on Seacoast, so sometimes it's much easier to have them in groups of categories, making it easier for you to manage. You can go ahead and find any of the new hosting plans, coming to hosting plans, and then coming to the type of hosting plan that you want. So if we're actually looking for email hosting, we can come over to email hosting and check out some of the plans which we can register to here. Choose your plan, and then once you pay for it, it is then live to use as a service on your dashboard. Any billing queries, subscriptions, invoices, or past history can be found on the billing section on the left. If I go to my subscriptions, I can find everything that I'm subscribed to, my payment methods, the duration that I've got it for, and I can also go to the action button to manage it. Not only can I change the payment options from each individual subscription, but I can also go to payment options to manage my general default payment method, add methods, or take older payment methods away. Now let's head down to our support section where you can create a ticket and talk to any of our support team about any issue. Before you create a ticket, you can also check the frequently asked questions, or of course our knowledge base. The knowledge base has a vast array of different articles or guides to help you get started or fix any issue that you might have. However, if you can't fix that issue, you have two options. You can either use the live chat as found on the bottom right of your page right here, or as mentioned before, you can come over to the support section, click on create new ticket, choose the category of support, your subject, your type of service, and then whatever blog or domain or email hosting that you might need help with. Leave us some feedback, create the ticket, and our support agents will be back to you as soon as possible to get everything resolved or explained. PBN Demystified section will have lots of information to do with PBNs. This is also connected to our Facebook group with thousands and thousands of PBN users to make sure that you can get connected with similar people in your community. This way you can build, learn, and find out more about PBN hosting. And the last thing you will find on the left-hand side is the Seacoast University. This is an excellent resource because it has loads of free classes that you can just enroll to if you're a Seacoast customer. This includes online security, general WordPress training, a PBN hosting course, page builder courses, SEO blueprints, and much more that's going to help you in anything you're going to into the online world. So we hope to see you soon here at Seacoast. Just be aware that stuff is always being maintained and updated. So small changes may occur, but our main service will always stay the same, which is simple hosting made easy for everybody at a great affordable price.